So love and hate mingled relationship in this world without discipline is creating chaos in the world. That's my point. Therefore, you should learn to discipline yourself. Learn to say no to yourself. All the time you are pampered. Yes, yes, yes. Mummy give me candy, mummy gave one. Again you cried, you got second. You cried, you got third. You learned to be a brat. You see. So you better understand this. When you are growing, when you have completed your studies in the colleges and universities, you discipline yourself. That is a real learning now. You see. Learn to say no to yourself. My heart says no. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? Habitually I am doing it. Doctor says, don't drink. Doctor says, don't take sugar. Doctor says, don't overeat. Doctor says, do some exercise, and I understand. These are right suggestions. Why am I not doing it? Bad habit of not doing. Suffering on account of the sloth. So first of all, you should learn to understand the sharpening of your buddhi and taking the suggestion from that buddhi which always guides you on right path. But Patanjali never wants your buddhi to suffer on account of your religious, cultural myths. I'm telling you. I have seen a girl, she had a beautiful figure and her face was full of big pimples. So in the Manager Foundation, these people were very clever. They used to send such patients to me. So she came, the girl came, and I said, take your seat. She said, I know, Swami, you cannot help me. The patient said. I said, possible, but let me see. She was Catholic. So at home, her father, who was priest, used to tell her no sex. It's a sin. And there she was doing PhD in Freudian psychology. So there was a serious conflict. Here the priest says it's a sin. There Freudian psychology says express yourself. She did not know what to do. In that conflict, her face was so ugly, really. They were the pimples. When there are pimples, then naturally you start using your nails, and through nails you insert the poison. I said, what is your religion? She says, Catholic. I said, do you follow your religion? She said, yes. I said, why are you doing PhD in Freudian psychology? She said, that's the mistake I committed. I took her in my car, drove to her house, talked to her parents. I said, the moment she gets married, these people will start disappearing. I counseled the boy. I told him, look here, she's not ugly. She's a beautiful girl. And this is the problem. She had 2 kids, no pimples at all. When we think of something different and start doing something different, there comes a sickness. 90% of the diseases, 80 to 90% of the diseases in our society are because of this problem we have. You see. In India, there was one young priest. So one day, the neighborhood chased him and started beating him with the bamboo. He was 22 years, very healthy man, and used to do exercise. And I said, why are you beating him up? Say he did sex. I said, hey, he's a healthy man. If he did sex, what did he... It's nothing wrong. Tell him not to beat the priest. That's all. Why are you beating him up? They were beating with the staffs, mercilessly, because being a priest, he did the sex. See? Because of your religious background, cultural background. So Patanjali says, first you have to be free. Mentally free from all these conflicting ideas. It's not that you should run around and do sex with anybody you want. No, he never says that. Discipline. If you are not supposed to do this, you should not do it. But you should have complete control. That should not affect you. You see? Gita explains about it. Mithyachari savuchyate. Outside, you are very religious. And inside, all the time, you are thinking of pubs and drinking and dancing and disco and all this, This is not good. Mithyachari. Such people suffer and make others suffer. Discipline is something which is important. There is one word which is used in Sanskrit. See, that is written like this. How many of you can read? Apta. In ancient times, this is Sanskrit word. Now, in India, they use it ap. It has degenerated. You, sir. But in ancient time, everybody was apta. Apta means the way you thought, same thing you spoke, and your actions followed the same ideas. They were called apta. Now we use this word for everyone out of reverence, but nobody is apta. You see, for lack of discipline. I'll tell you something. My master told me one thing. You don't know how much joy can you derive if you don't do something. You only know how much joy will you derive if you do something. You have known only this. By picking up this hanky, how much joy are you deriving? Have you ever tried to understand how much joy will you derive if you don't pick up this hanky? That side you have not known. I will not do it. You see? So when you start disciplining yourself, you will find a great joy, a great strength within yourself. Disciplining does not mean that you should not do something. This is not my point. You should know 4 things when you discipline yourself. What to do, when to do, how to do, and where to do. You see. Because in these 4, there is discrimination. Buddhi is advice. What to do? Buddhi advises. Where to do? Buddhi is advising you. How to do? Buddhi is giving you skill. When to do? Anything you do with the counsel of your buddhi, there will be no problem. When you don't counsel your buddhi and go against the counseling of your buddhi, you lose volition. You lose willpower. Willpower means perfect coordination makes something that is called willpower. Willpower is not a separate faculty. There is nothing like that is called a faculty that can be trained, and that is called willpower. Willpower means